Yeah.
Ramia's logging. Northern host. Until now, what's the host of China? If any either Ramya can't connect na, Varshini will take it. Varshini will take it.
Unable waiting room close the content.
What's the matter? Say on the area. I'm a late to the area.
We move. Hi Ramya, can you hear me? Hi Ramya, can you hear me? I made you the co-host.
Hi, Sahil. Thank you. Am I audible to you?
Yeah, you're audible.
Oh, thank you. Hello, everyone. A very warm welcome to this amazing session we have today. And before I dive into the conversation and we begin with this session, I would quickly like to understand if I'm audible. So if I'm audible, please do type a yes in the chat box. And with your confirmation, I will start with the session. Also, if you face any difficulty during the webinar, please do mention in the chat box and we will be there to help you out there. So I hope I'm audible. Please do type a yes in the chat box. Great. As I see a lot of them have, a lot of them are still joining the session. Great. Thank you so much for the confirmation. And before we dive into more deep conversation about today's webinar, I would quickly like to help you run through a little bit about Galvanize, who we are and what exactly we do. So talking about Galvanize Global Education, Galvanize Global Education has been helping students from their basic preparation for higher education, wherein we help students for their test preparation with respect to SAT, GRE, TOEFL, IELTS. And not only that, we have a team of experts helping students for their admission counseling, wherein we help you with a lot of in-depth guidance.
Sorry to interrupt in middle. Thing is like people are not able to hear you. Your voice has been cracking.
Okay.
So can I just take over that?
Okay. Sure. I'll just start it. Yeah. Thank you for letting me.
So, am I audible now?
Yes, Ramya, good to go.
Oh, great. Thank you. So, yeah, I'll share the screen again, and I'm sorry for the inconvenience. So, I was saying that before we dive into more deep conversation about today's webinar, I would quickly like to run through about Galvanize Global Education, who we are and what exactly we do. And as you can see, Galvanize has been helping students right from their basic journey of preparing for exams such as IELTS, TOEFL, SAT, GRE. We also have a team of experts helping students for their admission counseling, wherein we help you with a lot of in-depth guidance with respect to documentations, visa, and many more such activities. And not only that, we are at your back for last-minute assistance. And we are very proud to say that Galvanize is actually founded and managed by alumni from top universities like Stanford, IIT Madras, and IIM Ahmedabad. And as you could see, 65 plus countries have chosen Galvanize in their journey of higher education. And not only that, we have placed our students across 1,000 plus universities across 80 plus countries out there. This is a very famous thread on Quora. I won't take much of your time here, but I will share the link in the chat box. And I would request you to take a look at the Quora threads that we are sharing, because this is something where students have shared their feedback about being with Galvanize, either for the test prep or admission. Well, our today's host, our go-to-go person for today's webinar. So we have an amazing guest from Clarkson University, USA, and her name is Sumona Mondal, and she's a professor of mathematics. And not only that, she's a co-director of the MS program in applied data science at Clarkson University. And as you could see, she's graduated and Bachelor of Science post, which did a Master of Science in Statistics from the University of Calcutta. And not only that, her urge for pursuing more education, she also did her PhD in Statistics from the University of Louisiana at Lafayette. And she's involved in formulating theoretical problems, developing statistical methodologies, problems related to bioengineering, environment science. Oh God, it just goes on and on and on. And that's really amazing to see her and have a host as for today's webinar. And not that, she's also an active member of scientific community. She regularly, publishes in statistics, mathematics, journals, and she's given more than 27 talks at national and international conferences. We are really glad and excited to have her today. And I would say, please make best use of today's webinar. And without any further delay, I would request Sumona to start with the session.
Thank you, Ramaya, for the nice introduction. But I would hand over to Rana. She will first go over our Clarkson University related some of the very important materials. Then I'll take it over from her. Thank you.
Thank you, Sumona. Hi, everyone. So I will, as Dr. Mondal said, I will just give you a general overview about Clarkson University. Then I will give the floor to Dr. Mondal to dig deeper in the data science program. My name is Rana Al-Saadi. I am Assistant Director of International Graduate Admissions at Clarkson University. And if you decide to apply to Clarkson, I will be your point of contact about the admissions process. Dr. Mondal is a professor in the mathematics department and also the co-director of the MS program in data science at Clarkson University. Clarkson is a mid-sized, primarily STEM-focused research university. However, we do a variety of programs at the university. Most of our graduate programs are focused on engineering, business, arts and sciences, education, health professions, and we also offer more than 95 programs in bachelor's, master's, PhD, and certificate programs. Our main campus is located in Potsdam, New York, and this is about an hour and a half south from Canada. And we do have a satellite campuses. We have our some of our graduate programs in Schenectady. That's the capital region of New York, and we have some other programs online. Today's presentation will mainly focus on the data. However, I will answer any questions if you have about any other program, and also my contact information are in the slides as well. You will see them later. Clarkson is located in Potsdam, as I said. It's a small town. It's a small cultural city. Clarkson is one of the 4 colleges in the area. Most of the other colleges, SUNY Potsdam, SUNY Canton, these are mainly undergraduate focused programs, and Clarkson is the only university in the area that offer that big number of graduate programs. It's a small, beautiful town. You can enjoy hiking, swimming, skiing, snowboarding, also enjoying the charming place in specific seasons of the year. Just a few facts about Clarkson. Based on our most recent data, our placement rate in most of our graduate programs is 98%, with average salary between $89,000 to $120,000 our business programs and the data science as well. Clarkson is mainly driven interdisciplinary research and collaboration institution. And we also offer just real-world solutions and real-world experiences to our students. We offer graduate programs that are both research-focused programs and professional programs. Be done also based on your interests, your future goals with the degree that you are going to get. And for the data science, Professor Mondal is going to talk more about that. We offer graduate programs also to a variety of students who want to take classes online, or to those who are interested in coming in person. 1 in 5 alumni are leading as a CEO, president, owner, or a senior executive of a company. And as I said, the Clarkson's graduate degree post salaries and among the top 5.5% of the nation. Why Clarkson? Based on the most recent Princeton review, Clarkson is among the best 385 colleges. We are also among the best STEM programs. We are also among the best programs in top-tier universities based on the U.S. News and World Nation. Top 3% best universities and colleges by salary, base scale, and college salary report. These are just general facts about Clarkson. I will talk later more about the application process, and now I will give the floor to Professor Mondal to talk about the data science program.
Thank you, Rana. Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and a very good evening. So as you see, and from my name, you've already heard that I was born and brought up in India. I am from Calcutta, and then I came to this country as a PhD student in statistics at Louisiana. After finishing my PhD, I joined Clarkson University, and I have been here for last 15 years. So I started my journey as an assistant professor, then associate professor, and then full professor. And recently, I was appointed the co-director of the Masters in Applied Data Science program. So in the slide, you can see these 4 are the people who are actively involved in the data science program. Starting from the beginning, you see Professor Boris Jukic. He is the director of the program. And he, myself, one other professor from the mathematics department and another professor from the engineering department, we started thinking about opening this master's program like 8 years back. And from then we started the program. We developed a lot of courses. We are teaching consistently those courses, and then we needed more people. So we started hiring more very competent person like Tyler Conlon and Christine Gold very recently to join our program. So these 4 are the active members in the program, but we have many other faculty members from the other departments who do teach us courses relevant to our data science, and I'll talk about that later. So you see, this is a beautiful campus. The picture that I had kept in the slide, this is our student center. This is actually, this covers quite a lot of campus area in this picture, but the main focus, if you just look at, it's the student center. This means it is meant for the students. And then you have this beautiful campus on a top view. I believe this picture was taken in a fall semester. That's what you see, different colors of the leaves. During March and October, this place is like a heaven. I can tell you from my experience. Rana, if you can go to the next slide, please. Okay, so if you, yeah, you can just push the buttons. That should be good. Yeah, thank you. So for all of you, this is not a talk or not a research presentation. I would strongly recommend, if you have any questions, please put in the chat. Rana will take those and I can keep on answering the questions in between. So do not hesitate to post your questions if you have any. So the topics that I'm going to cover in today's this short presentation, like who are the faculty, what are our expertise, then definitely it's a data science program and I have been involved with data analysis because I'm basically a statistician. So I'm going to talk about different roles and the skills required. And then why we are talking about masters in data science at Clarkson. What is the specialty? Because there are a lot of programs like this in this country. So we are going to talk about what are the core courses and why we made those as core courses. Then there are a lot of elective courses, why we think they're important, and the program and related part of the program. Rana, please go to the next slide. So these are 4 members, as I said. Tyler Conlon is a Python wizard. Like, so he does everything using Python. So he has done software and embedded systems development background, data engineering consultant. So he does a lot of things. About myself, I am basically a statistician. I had done my research in PhD and after that at Clarkson, because I'm in the math department, on statistical inference, data mining, public health, epidemiological research. I have a lot of collaborations with many other faculty members at Clarkson, starting from mathematics, biology, health sciences, biomolecular engineering, chemical engineering, aerospace, aeronautical engineering, you just name a few. We have technically almost all the programs at Clarkson in engineering and sciences have PhD programs. That means we have to do extensive research and we have a lot of PhD students. They are doing research at our university. Professor Boris Jukic is the director. He's a professor in the business school. Data modeling, SQL these are his expertise. Then mostly he does interaction of data and process modeling, data warehousing. And he recently actually started a lot of work on natural language processing as well. Christine Gold is the new hire in our program. She is very good at information visualization. She uses R, Tableau, and then she has been a research analyst, project management and operations background. She has worked as data analysis consultant before joining the Clarkson University. By the way, she has Christine and Tyler both have undergraduate degrees from Clarkson University. So you see people who love Clarkson, they don't like to go away from Clarkson. So they want to come back, and it's a beautiful place, as I said. People love this place. Rana, next slide, please. So why we need to think about data science and data analytics? Personally, when I think about data science, it is nothing but statistics, but at the same time, there is a nice difference between the actual statistical methods and you talk about data science. Data science or data analytics is actually the application of different statistical, mathematical, then computer science, theoretical applications, which are very, very beneficial for the human at this point. Now, the need to properly conduct and manage the acquisition, storage, use, interpretation, and value extraction has been increasing for a long time. So we need data scientists or data analysts for business, finance, marketing, accounting, healthcare, life sciences, pharmaceutical industry, engineering, research and development, manufacturing, logistics, telecommunication, media, travel, hospitality, crime, fraud prevention and detection, even in social media and entertainment. There are a lot more. I had just put this many bullet points because our students, a lot of our students are working in this area. That's what this came to my mind right away, and I put them. You can see even crime and fraud prevention and detection. I had a student who did PhD. She has done extensive research on crime understanding, and right now she is a postdoc at Yale University. So you can see how data science actually helps the human society at this point. Rana, if you go to the next slide, please. So you see, like, there are three circles which we call Venn diagram, where we have put lot of different stuff. For example, the leftmost circle, if you look at mathematics, statistics, where we use R programming, machine learning, Python, visualization. So each and every part is important because you need to learn some part of each of these to become a data scientist. And that means you can come from any background to master this art of data science, where you can be good at some, but you have to learn a little bit of everything to become a complete data analyst. Next slide, please. So now the most important question that we want to answer or we want to know at this point, why we care about the data science program, master's program at Clarkson University. So our curriculum is designed to fit the industry needs. Why we thought about it? Because we have been a very strong engineering university from the beginning. And we have been training engineers and scientists for a long, long time. So we technically know what is the need of the current market. I can give you example, like Clarkson is also very focused on undergraduate studies. We have a lot of undergraduate students who are doing their programs in different engineering and sciences. Just to give you an example, it's a small school located in upstate New York. We have two career fairs, one in February, one in September. More than 150 companies show up for those career fairs. Right now, they are coming mostly to hire undergraduate students, but the change is apparent. We can see that now they're interested about our graduate students, especially the master's student. So it's a small school. You can imagine 150 companies or more than that companies are coming, and they are looking for experts who are having good engineering skill, data science skill, mathematics skill. That's what, after talking to them, after talking to the market, other relevant people, we decided to make our curriculum designed so that we can fit the industry needs most. Of course, there are students from the data science, they become very interested in research. Some of them actually go for more advanced and higher studies. That means they start doing their PhDs, which is very, very common. But most of them try to get good jobs in the industry, and that's what our program is based on. We also made the program very interdisciplinary. As you see, I started talking. Faculty members from engineering, faculty members from sciences, and faculty members from business. We came together because we know each other very well. It's a small university, so it's very easy to know each other. we came together and we designed this program. And we came together in the sense we bring our own expertise, we bring what is the need in our own field so that we can make the best of this program. And that's what this Masters in Applied Data Science program at Clarkson does not sit under any school. It is under the graduate program at our university. That means it is very much interdisciplinary, and the students, when they come here, they start working with many faculty members across the departments. You can think about that if you are a civil engineer, you might get a on-campus job with a civil engineering faculty, and that happens all the time. Now, most of the programs, the data science program that we have checked and actually learned about, they do not cover the key analytics skill that is needed in the industry. So we have very strong support from our industry partners. As I said, we understand what they need, and we kind of keep on developing and adding a lot of elective courses so that our students become very expert on that. Now, our program is designed to train students from a variety of professional and academic backgrounds. Truly speaking, we had students from medical background. Medical doctors came and did data science. One of our students, actually, he came from Bangladesh. He had a medical degree, and now he's working at Columbia University in their medical program as a data analyst. So you can see there is no end of it. Now, there are a lot of courses that we made for the program, and we thought that there are some courses that we can actually offer the students before they start. We call them prerequisite, but it's not prerequisite. It is kind of to brush up your knowledge, what you did in the undergraduate program. Those courses actually need a little bit of calculus, little bit of probability statistics, some basic programming understanding, and they are not at all hard. They are just to kind of give you a basic knowledge that you have learned during your undergraduate degree. We are giving the link of our program, but you'll see in the next slide, I have that screenshot. Rana, can you go to the next slide, please? Rana, can you go to the next slide, please?
Yeah, I'm trying, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I think this is what it looks like. We can go to the next slide. You can always find it through Google how MSDA program at Clarkson looks like. This is the first page that you can find. Yeah, go to the next one. Thank you. So this is a very important slide. Okay, I think focus on this, and I believe that this kind of slides will make you ask a lot of questions. So our program is of 36 credit hours, 36 credit hours. And we had developed the program in such a way that we made 6 courses, which is 3 times 6, that is 18 credit hours as our core courses. So these are the 6 courses that every student have to take. There is no exception. Database modeling, design and implementation, probability and statistics for analytics, applied machine learning, information visualization, data mining, and data warehousing. Each of the faculty members we sat down, we thought these are the minimum requirement that any student who is getting an MS degree in applied data science from Clarkson should have. I developed 2 courses out of this, probability and statistics for analytics and data mining, and I teach those 2 courses very regularly. In general, in the fall semester, I start with probability statistics, and I continue with data mining in the spring semester. Other faculty members, they do teach these courses. Some of the courses, like say information visualization and applied machine learning, they are like standalone course. You can take it at any semester. But for data mining, you need to have the background of probability and statistics. So these are the ways we had developed the courses. And right now, the way our program is going, we are getting quite a large number of students in every semester. So technically speaking, we are offering all these core courses almost every semester these days. We have started that actually from last year. Then there are another 4 courses. I'm going to come to that in the next slide, just to give you an idea at this point. there are 4 courses which we call elective, which means you have another 12 credit hours coming from that elective courses. Now, how you choose your elective course? Suppose you have a background in mathematics. Just I'm giving an example. So you are very comfortable with mathematics, and we have mathematics PhD program at our university. So we do offer a lot of graduate courses for those PhD students, and you can choose courses from that program, and those will be counted as elective courses. Suppose you are an electrical engineer. So we have a lot of PhD level, master's level courses at electrical engineering department. And if you feel comfortable with that, you can take or you can choose courses from that department. Then the last part of it, like 18 plus 12, that is 30 credit hours in total. Remaining 6 credit hours out of 36 is called capstone project. That is mostly done or taken by the student at the end of their program. So what it is kind of a research or a type of internship type of courses where you do use all the learning that you have learned through the program from the beginning. So it could be internship, it could be some in-house or external consulting projects, or some kind of other ways. For example, I have right now 4 PhD students in mathematics. So they do a lot of research, and I need help from the master students. So I do employ a lot of students from the data science who can help these research endeavors. At the same time, the part that they do, it becomes so significant that can be considered as a capstone project. I had many students from the data science program who had actually contributed so much that I had published papers with them. And I think that's a very win-win situation. I mean, they are the super motivated students, and they are doing extremely good in anywhere they are right now. If you go to the next slide, please, Rana. So these are some of the elective courses. You have to take 4 out of all the courses they are available at Clarkson. For example, modeling for insight, we offer from the data science. Big data processing and cloud services, we offer. Introduction to big data architecture, we offer. Then strategic project management, marketing research methods, econometrics, these are from business school. Applied Bayesian statistics, then there is advanced applied statistics, applied optimization techniques, these are from the mathematics department. Then you can think about pattern recognition, deep learning, artificial intelligence, these are from the computer science department. And I did not have space to put a lot of other courses from the engineering. For example, stochastic processes for engineers is one of the very popular and very much needed course that students like to take. Then there is human-computer interaction. You just name it. We have a lot of PhD level or master's level courses at Clarkson that the students can choose for. Some of the students come with good background. They can get exempted from some courses, and they can start a little bit ahead. And they can take many other courses from other departments to complete their program. Rana, if you can go to the next slide, please. So I kind of put these posters here. If you just look at the first name, these are the data science student, Graydon Shand. This is one work that he had done, or he started doing with me in the data mining class, because there is a big project requirement. And he presented this poster in one of the conference at university. And we just published a paper 2 weeks back, and I'm very proud of this person, Graydon. He's working right now at New York City. If you go to the next slide, please. So this is again the students who are like Vijay Kumar. He did a PhD in mathematics. He did a master's in data science. So he is right now working at Columbia University as a postdoctoral position in an environmental science department. But his main focus is data analysis on the environment related data. Next slide, please. Okay, so this is my last slide. And you see, I have a little bit write-up from one of our students. I have a lot of them, and how much they appreciate the program, how much they feel associated with the program. And the most important part is that they are now in a position that they have started hiring from our students. So this is the most enjoy, I will say, enjoyable part as a faculty member in the program. We give some support to the students, then students become so successful and so established in their own field that they come to us and ask, how can we help you? I think some of you will be like that in near future, and I wish you all the best in all your future endeavors. But yeah, definitely I'm here to answer your question. Now I think Rana will take it from here. Thank you
so much, Professor Mondal. That was great. Thanks. So just to add more to that and to talk about the admissions process in general, our admissions process is very straightforward, and we try our best to make it as easy as possible to the students. We are working on a rolling basis, and this means that we do not have any deadline. We keep sending applications to the department's review. And then if the students gets accepted, they will be notified. If we see that the capacity of the department that does not accept more students for a specific semester, we'll communicate with the student and let them know about that. Just want to say about the review process in the data science program, it is very, very quick, and Dr. Mondal can just add to that later. Sometimes we make a decision within 48 hours because we have, as we said, a big number of students, especially international applicants in the program. That's why we are trying to move applications as fast as we can. A regular process, you need application form, you need statement of purpose, you need a resume, you need 3 letters of recommendation, your transcripts in English shows all the coursework and the grades of the coursework. If the transcript has codes names, not courses names, make sure that you have a letter, or sometimes scan the back of the transcript with that. We accept unofficial transcripts. You don't need your official for the review until you are getting admitted and enroll in the program. Then we will ask you for the official transcript. English proficiency testing, I will talk about this later. And GRE is optional for the program, but we highly encourage it for the students who already have it. If you have a GRE with a good score, feel free to send it over, because this will enhance your part of getting a scholarship. Some of our programs, they have merit scholarships, and that's including the data science program. So the higher your qualifications are, the better scholarship package you are going to get. I will also put some links in the chat of how to write a good statement of purpose to Clarkson University and how to get recommendation letters and what you need to do with them. You can take advantage of these 2 articles from our blog just to guide you through the process. Test scores. We accept 5 main test scores, English test scores. We accept TOEFL or just IBT, regular one. Our minimum is 80. We accept TOEFL Essentials, that 8.5, and we added this last year because we think that it is more convenient to students. It's available online. I believe it is less expensive than the TOEFL IBT. And it's more complicated and more interactive than the traditional TOEFL IBT. So I highly encourage you to explore this one. IELTS, our minimum is 6.5, and PTE 56. We accept both the online version of the PTE and the paper one. And I noticed that many students from India recently and from Africa are using the PTE online because it is more convenient, and I believe less expensive also. Duolingo test, we accept 115. And the test is also available online. Duolingo is the most convenient in terms of affordability. It is, I think, $59. And also the scores are available for free. You can send them to up to 40 universities. The results within 48 hours. So this is something very good. And as I said, GRE, because it's optional, we do not have any minimum, but typically faculty, when they look at GRE scores in general, at Clarkson, they are looking for 148 in verbal and 160 in quantitative. So the deadlines, as I mentioned, we do not have fixed deadlines for all our programs, except the health science programs, and the health science programs in general, they have specific requirements for everything. We work on rolling basis when it comes to applying and reviewing the application. However, when the student gets admitted, we have a deadline, and our international center tends to call it soft deadline. Sometimes they extend that. It depends on the load of students that they have, and they need them to be enrolled after admission. So for the I-20, the soft deadline is June 15. Sometimes it's extended to July. It depends on when the semester is going to start. And this means that past this date in specific, the International Center will stop issuing I-20s for everyone, and we'll look at students case by case. So some students, they have specific conditions that they couldn't get a visa spot or something. If there is availability past the soft deadline for the I-20, they will work on that and issue them I-20. If not, we will email the student and ask them to defer to the next semester. And for spring, it is usually October 15 for any funded admissions, and the I-20 deadline is November 20th. This year, I think it was November 22nd. And then past this, it will be very difficult to the students to come to Clarkson because of the visa application and so many other things. But students need to communicate with us. Even past the deadline, there's no harm in emailing and asking, can I get my I-20 for this semester, even if it is past the deadline? And our communication channels is very open with the students. So we'll keep sending reminders. We will talk to students. We give a priority to students who come through specific channels, such as agents or something, because their agents will take care of that, the application and everything, such as Galvanize when guide the students. It will be easier to the student. So what happens after getting accepted? As I mentioned, our application process moves very fast. So starting from the student when they apply until the students get admitted and get enrolled. So after admissions, all students make the enrollment deposit. So the first step is you are going to receive an email saying you got accepted. You just need to log in, accept it, pay the enrollment deposit. And why the enrollment deposit is very important, because it is the gate that will give you access to all My Clarkson's portal. This includes your email, because we send the I-20s in a soft copy, and we are not allowed to send them to your personal email. They have to go to your Clarkson's email. So we just connect you with the department, you connect with the coordinators to get enrolled in the classes. So that's why the enrollment deposit fee is just a gate for you to pass to the other side of the process, which is getting enrolled later. As I mentioned, the process sometimes takes 24 hours if the student finishes everything, and then the International Center will issue the I-20. If there's anything else, any communication, they will communicate with the student, get clarifications more. After the student being admitted, if they have not submitted their bank statement, they will receive a notification to do that. Also, if there are any questions about the funding or anything else, they will communicate with the students to ask them to clarify these things before they send the certificate of finance. That's mainly the basic things about the application process in general and the admissions process at Clarkson University. I have here some QR codes. You can scan them. I will leave them on the screen for just a few seconds. We'll take you to our graduate school, graduate programs, professional programs, and the graduate programs and the application itself. There is also many emails here, but I highly recommend you, if you guys want to communicate with me directly, the grad INTL at Clarkson, and my phone number are here. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Also, if you want my Clarkson's personal email, feel free to email me, to chat with me in the chat, and I will give it to you. I'll also drop some links here for you. As I mentioned, some links from our blogs that could be useful for you in the application process in general. That's the end of our presentation. Thank you so much for joining us today. And Dr. Mondal and I will be more than happy to answer your questions if you have any. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rana. Yes, of course, Sumona Mondal, for amazing, insightful session that we have today. And till the time we have some of the questions from the students, we'll just give them a couple of minutes till they post their questions out there. I would quickly like to run through a little bit about Galvanize, because so far we have heard how about Clarkson. We have heard the amazing program that we have and how we can get into, because most of the students are looking for details with respect to admission process, how to get in, and they are a little bit confused. And we are glad that Clarkson gave us a clear idea that they have a rolling deadline, rolling application process, which actually reduces the stress for the students out there with respect to deadlines. And we also would like to talk a little bit about Galvanize, where, a little bit of guidance that Galvanize can give to students with respect to their test preparations out there. Some of the perks and advantages that I would want to share here with respect to Galvanize is, number one, it's a personalized platform where when it comes to test preparations, you will have n number of practice questions, because whether it is GRE, IELTS, or TOEFL, anything comes with great practice out there. So you will have extensive practice questions by experts, feedback to the tests that you would be giving in a personalized plan for your requirement with unlimited ask an expert facility. And not only that, you will have an updated test pattern at the most affordable rate out there with expert guidance. And this is a simple process that we follow at Galvanize with respect to the admissions part, wherein we help you with evaluating your profile. We help you understand if you want to get into Clarkson University out there, if there are any shortcomings in your profile, or you would like to work a little bit on the profile. We do guide you out there. We help you with shortlisting, documentation process, SOP, LOR, giving you inputs how you can make it better to get into the admins out there. Yes, of course, visa, financing, and pre-departure activities are at your back. So as you can see, it's a complete process that we follow, wherein we help you with onboarding and we lead you to your dream university out there. And these are some of the students that we would like to share. We have with us a student who's gone into Clarkson University, and we also have a lot of students across who have gone into universities out there. And in case you would like to get in touch with us and know more as to how Galvanize can help you with the amazing offers that we have for today's attendees, please do enroll for the profile evaluation. Here, again, I'll be sharing the link in the chat box, because when you fill in the profile evaluation form, we help you where we could, with your understanding your profile, or if you have any questions with respect to how to get into Clarkson, or if you missed out the session, you could fill in the form, and we can help you with the shortcomings that are there in your profile. And not only that, we have some exciting offers for today's attendees. So if you would like to avail this amazing offer and kickstart your journey for higher education at top university like Clarkson, you could fill in the profile evaluation form, know more about how we can help you get in there and guide you. So again, the floor is open for the questions out there. Please post your questions out here so that our host for today's webinar could address them for you directly from Clarkson.
Hi, Rana. This is Sahil here. There are a couple of questions asked by students. I would like you to take it over. Like, what is the program fees, and do we have a setback? So this is a question asked by Sona Babu from India.
Great, thank you.
Go ahead, Ran.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, so at this point, for the MSTA program, the fees is around $1,000, which is very less the amount that we started with. But on top of that, the most important part is that based on your background, your profile, your undergraduate results, even if you have a graduate program done, your results and every other details, we give away a lot of actual scholarship amount that varies from 5% to 15% in general. So if you have a very strong background on top of the regular fees, which is around $1,000, we give away a lot of, you can call it like scholarship, you can call it like professional discount. That being said, So 36 credit hours, you can calculate how much is the total fees, and you can expect around like 600 or 500, maybe $600 per month expenses to stay here. So that you can calculate that how much money you need to join the program. Technically speaking, the program can be done. You can get your degree in one fall to the next summer, but most of our students prefer to stay here for 1.5 years to 2 years, so that they have a very solid coursework done, a very good capstone project done, and at the same time, you need some time to get the job search done. So that is another skill that you have to build through the process, and our students actually do a good job in doing that. And of course, once you start your, once you are done with your degree program, your OPT starts. I'm talking about all the international students because I was personally an international student. I know all the details of this immigration process, and we do offer a lot of guidance and suggestion to our students. So I gave answers to a lot of questions actually, though you did not ask. So the amount, as you heard from me, it's around $1,000 per credit hour at this point.
Thank you, Professor Mondal. And I also want to add to, if you look at the tuition and look at the program and our placement rate and the average salary at Clarkson, this is really a good investment in your degree. Very good. 98% we have rate for our graduate students. Average salary is about $90,000 a year. That's something really good for a student with a master's degree. And Professor Mondal talked about the scholarship amount. Make sure that you have a solid application. Sometimes the students, they have a solid application, but they do not know how to present it. And that's why it is very important for Galvanize, for example, to communicate with them, to make your application solid. They will help you present yourself in your resume, in your statement of purpose, what you are going to do with the degree, choose good recommenders, write you a good recommendation letter. There are a lot of strong points in a student's application. Sometimes they don't know how to present them to the department, so make sure you do that. If your English score, you think you are not satisfied with it because it is within the average or just a little bit higher than the average, and you think that your English skills are better, retake the test again. And I noticed that most of these testing agencies, they offer package of more than one test, so the student with a discount. So I believe Duolingo is one of them, and IELTS. They offer you a package of 2 to 3 tests. So if you think that you have the time to practice more English and get a better score, do it. If you think that your skills are in GREs are really good, although the GRE is optional, go ahead and take the test. Why not? It will really help you build a very strong and solid application.
And just to give you another important information, we are the people, me and Professor Boris Jukic, we make all the decisions. So do not hesitate to reach out to us. So our admission, the School of Admission, they do take care of all the required, what you call required background check that you should do, but the scholarship amounts, everything that we decide. So as I said, and as Rana is saying, do not hesitate to reach out to us if you have a strong CV, if you have a strong work background, and if you think that you can contribute in some programs. So we can think, we can discuss, we meet very regularly to make this kind of decisions. It's a very good question, actually.
Thanks for answering, Sumana. The next question is from Chiranjit Das. Like, what are the scholarships available for graduate international students? Are there any types?
No. So the way it is, we get a discount in your total fees. Now, I can give you more details about that. Once you come here, this is a decision that we had taken from last year. We check the students' performance for first 6 weeks. They have to register for the core courses. So they register for 3 core courses. Then we check their performances because we are the ones who teach those courses. If I find a student is very good in some math skill or some computer skills, I do appoint that student in my research group. So that's another way of thinking. That is kind of an on-campus job you can think about. Technically speaking, any graduate student from international background, once they come to this country, they can work for 20 hours per week. And the minimum wage for New York State is, I believe, $15. Am I right, Rana? Or close to that. So you
Yeah.
can, yes, you can get a job on campus. That could be a research job or a job in the library or a job in the gym, wherever it is. You can get a job for 20 hours and you can get quite a lot of money out of that. But the jobs that we provide are based on your performances, not just what you have. You have your CV, you have your background check, you came to this program, that's done. Now it's your performance, your hard work that will show. And we start taking away students in our different work. And you can think about that is a research scholarship. You can think about, if I appoint you for, I'm teaching, say, other statistics courses, I need somebody to help me. So that could be a teaching assistant scholarship. So there are a lot of options like that. But everything like that happens after you join the program.
That was a great answer, Sumona. Yeah. I hope, Chiranjit, that your answers are, sorry, the question has been answered properly. There's a question from Niraj Pandit. Okay. So he has come up with two questions. The first one is there any average minimum GRE score that would enable to get considered for the scholarship admissions to the program?
Rana.
Yeah.
Sure. So GRE is optional for the program, but in general, what we consider typically a good score is 148 in verbal and 159 to 160 in quantitative. Anything that is way lower than this is not considered a good GRE score. And I have to be honest, the students should not present such a score. They should either try to retake the test or just ignore their score to work more on their skills. But typically it is 148 in verbal, 159 to 160 in quantitative.
Okay. The second question is also for you, Rana. The question is like, in case if it's not possible to furnish and provide exactly 3 LORs, would it then be possible to provide 1 or 2 LORs to proceed with the application?
Unfortunately, the requirements are 3. There's something that's called the quality review, and the quality review is a process that is the bridge between the admissions and the department, and the quality review will not pass this test. There are specific cases and situations where the student is okay with only 2. And these cases and situations are only for data science, Professor Mondal and Professor Morris, they make the decision about. However, students need to understand that the LORs are really big part and important part of your application. They tell a lot about you because there is another colleague or professional person that knows you, know how to judge your skills and make a decision about them, is informing the faculty and the department about you. That's why it is very important. I understand the difficulty. Sometimes students, they say, oh, I finished the school a long time ago and I do not have any communication with my faculty, 3 of them. So you can get 2 from a former professor or a current professor if you are a student, and 1 professionally from maybe from an internship you did or just a work you have been doing. A letter from your supervisor is also very important, by the way. It tells a lot about you, and especially in a graduate level, faculty need to test both your academic and professional skills. So most of the time, we say, unfortunately, no, the 3 are very, very important, and it will just delay the process getting a permission for 2. If there are specific cases and situations, the students communicate with us and we give them more suggestions or of how to get the 3 letters of recommendation.
I could add my experience with that. When I was applying, or I was thinking that I should do PhD in statistics, I did start a project at Indian Statistical Institute in Calcutta. Those who are from West Bengal probably know, and a lot of you are from India. So you know that Indian Statistical Institute is one of the premier statistical institute in the whole world. So I actually talked to few professors and I got involved in a project And one of the professor wrote me a fantastic letter. So that was a very fulfilling experience. At the same time, it worked really magic for me. So reference letters are very important, and try to get it from the relevant person where you did a project. Suppose you are working, you get a very good letter from your manager or from the person or under whom you did a very good project. So everything matters. And that shows it's not just how you do the work, it is your ability, how you work as a team member, how you work independently. Each and every details counts here. So I strongly recommend to get 3 reference letters.
And also, in the link I posted here in the blog, the article I wrote about how to get good recommendation letters is actually from the personal experience with students. So it can serve really as a good guide for you of what to do and how to get them, where to get them, whom you should ask about them, and how you should ask about them.
Hope, Neeraj, your questions were answered. There's a last question from Devash Mallav. So he is like, do we need to have a research related profile to improve our chances of getting accepted to Clarkson?
Not at all, okay? But if you have any, do not hesitate to put that in. So that is not going to expand your chances, that is not going to add a lot, but if you have any, that is very important to put in your CV. So that's what it is. We are looking, it is a program that we are going to train students through the courses. And if you are interested in research, that's a different issue. But if you have any, just put it. I was expecting more questions.
Yeah, there's another question. So yeah, is there any upper maximum limit for the work experience that would impact and get considered for successful admission for this program?
No, not at all. Like the research experience, no. Your what you have learned so far, I think that's more than enough to be considered for this program. Again, if you have job experience, do not hesitate to put that in. Those are the things that will be counted more once you join the program. Say you have a 10 years work experience in information visualization. Now I need a person who can do the job, okay? So I will consider that. But those are afterwards, not like to get the admission at Clarkson.
Okay. Just one more question. Yeah. Can I add medium of instruction of the current institute certificate instead of for any speaking test scorecards? I guess Rana, you can answer this.
Unfortunately not, except the student studied in a country where English is the native language, the mother tongue, such as the United States, Australia, the UK. Other than that, all students are required to take English tests, even if they are American students, for example, and they were born in another country where English is not a native language, they are required to take it.
I mean, I understand the question because a lot of us learned in English medium schools in India. So, but unfortunately, there is a standardized test that we all have to pass through to come to this country. This is my own experience.
And also, yeah, English is involved in so many aspects of the application, not only for the review process. It is for later in the future, after you finish your degree. We need to make sure that you have really sharp English skills that enable you to work in the United States, and so you don't struggle with it. And even with the visa process, when they see your English score, a high English score, this will enhance getting a visa. So it's just involved in so many aspects of the process. Yeah.
So guys, yeah. So basically, English proficiency test is important. And if you are planning to take the ETS TOEFL exam, we have a wonderful opportunity for you guys. So I have just shared a link on the chat box. Just log into the page, and you will get a 2005 rupees discount on the registration fees. So head on to the Galvanize website and you will find the code over there. Use the code and avail 2005 rupees discount on your TOEFL registration fees conducted by ETS India. Okay, so there's a question from Jay Pathare. Can we get into a good university in the US based on only IELTS score? Are the universities waiving GRE or any less?
That's a great question. I love questions like that. So we need to make sure that there are two types of universities in the United States. A university that does a holistic review to the application and a university that focuses on specific part of the application. These are the ones that focus on a specific part of the application. I personally think that there is a huge mistake here, and I am not a big advocate of this. I am a big advocate of the holistic review. A holistic review means that when faculty look at your application, they will not only focus on English or GRE or your statement of, they will look at everything. And some departments at Clarkson, they work on points system. So you get, for example, 5 points for a good score in English, 5 points for a good statement of purpose and a good goal with what you need to do with your degree, 5 points for a good, really good recommendation letters, and 5 points for a good GPA. And then you just collect these points and make the decision based on that. Clarkson is one of the universities that does holistic review. So every aspect of your application matters. If your English score, you think it is not good, and your GPA, you think that the first 2 years are not good in your studies, that's why you need to lift that by getting a GRE score and explaining also in your statement of purpose why that happened. If the English score is not good, you need to make sure that, oh, this is not going to be convincing because I will lose some points from the review process. Let me go ahead and retake the English test. So it's a holistic review. Everything matters. And Professor Mondal can add to that.
Yes, I actually want to add to that because I'm also the interim graduate coordinator for the mathematics department. What that role means that I select or I choose the students who are applying for the math PhD or master's program, mathematics. So as Rana is saying, I do look at the CV and the applications of the students for MSDA and mathematics very differently. So when I look at the MSDA students, I look at with a holistic view, like overall, how the students have performed so far. But when I'm choosing a student for the mathematics department, I look at his or her skills in the mathematics courses or statistics courses that they have taken in their undergraduate and graduate study. It really doesn't matter how good that person is in English or not, how good that person is speaking at this point. It will matter definitely, but at the same time, if you have to survive in a mathematics department, you have to have the basic done in the mathematics. So this is the difference between the different requirement and the outlook when we choose students.
I hope the questions were answered of you, Chiranjit Das. Okay, there is a last question from Mr. RR. Do we have any colleges offering courses like data science and civil engineering?
No, I think most of the colleges do where they have a data science because there are elective courses, as I had mentioned. You can take it from any department of your choice. And what students do, say we have a student who has a computer science background, that person feels very comfortable choosing courses from the computer science. And at the end of the program, he or she will apply to the jobs where those skills are needed because there are different jobs at different universities. And based on your skills, based on your background, you actually apply to the jobs. So there are courses from the civil engineering department. You can take it as your elective courses, but your degree will be Masters in Applied Data Science from the graduate school at Clarkson University, not from the civil engineering department.
So Sahil, I just put some information in the chat, some links to the students, a link for my office hours and information sessions. I have office hours every Friday at 10 a.m. I haven't put the links for the new year yet, next year, but I will do that soon. But the link has all of our sessions. So if you have any question, we have specific data science also sessions with Professor Boris later in the year as well. Just re-put the slide here for the emails and the QR codes. If anyone has any question, my email is there.
Great, great.
So I
Thanks.
just added my email ID in the chat box. Please reach out to us. You can just refer that we had a webinar on 28th of December through Galvanize. I was in that webinar and I have this question. Please reach out to us. I'm very good at answering emails. She is.
Guys, don't miss out any chances.
Yes, exactly.
Just fill out your inbox with all the possible questions you can do it. And that's it for the day. Thank you so much, Sumona and Rana, for a wonderful session for our students. And it was a great thing. Like, hope you also like all the type of questions which were asked today.
So thank you, Sahil. It was excellent. I mean, this is the first time I'm talking to you, and it's a very great experience. It is the best way to end the year. And as we say that we are having a lot of data science students, they have already started coming here. Just to add to that, because we have the biggest Indian community at Clarkson.
Yes,
we are a small school, but the Indian community is like, if you just take the Indian community and the rest of the world, even they will not compete with us. So we celebrate every possible event at campus in a very big way. Diwali is the best celebration at campus. And I'm talking all this because I'm the faculty advisor for the Friends of Indian Association. And not only the data science, we have a lot of students in computer science, and we have a tons of PhD students from India. And there are a lot of faculty members from India, not only from West Bengal, from Tamil Nadu, from Karnataka, from Kerala, from Orissa, you just name a state. So we are a very big community here. So you will feel home, just at home. That's the way I can talk. And you can see a lot of us. Professor Boris Jukic is from Croatia. So we are people here. Most of us are immigrants. So it's a nice place to live here. And with that comes a lot of help, by the way. So starting from the admissions process, we have a WhatsApp channel. One of our Indian students, Sia Magana, she is in the data science program. She's our TA, graduate student, GA, and she takes care of answering the questions on WhatsApp, housing, everything, and then directs you, the student association, the culture embracing after you arrive. That comes with a lot of help from your own community.
And most of us came as a student here, so we understand the whole process.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Yeah, that was really helpful, Sumona and Rana. So, guys, don't wait alone. Just drop in the mail to Sumona and Rana and get your queries answered.
And this is a very important suggestion to everybody. Do not wait, okay? Because time is the most important part. Do not wait until the last moment. Make your decisions and stay with your decision. No decision is wrong. You will be making mistakes, but nothing is wrong. You will learn from that.
Yeah. And also, I forgot to mention that the application fee is waived. So feel free, if you feel that your application is complete, to submit it. You don't need any application fee or anything else. If you feel that you want me to sit with you later and review your application with you, also feel free to email me. We can do that.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Rana and Sumona.
Thank you.
And Sahil and Galvanize team signing off. Wish you a very prosperous new year. Thank you.
You too. All of you. Thank you.